All right, let's talk about Agile. What does it actually mean when it comes to building great products?
People hear agile and they think it's just chaos, but that's not it at all. It's actually a really disciplined way to embrace change. It gives you a flexible structure to adapt, not a free pass to do whatever you want.
Agile isn't a process, it's a mindset. Forget about having this 5-year plan. The core idea is build a little, learn a lot, and then adjust as you go.
And these 4 values, they're basically the DNA of that mindset. It's not that things like processes or documentation are useless. Of course not. It's just that talking to people and having a product that actually works is always going to be more valuable. It's about working with your customer, and it's about embracing the fact that, hey, things are going to change.
Okay, so how do you actually do it? Well, that's where frameworks come in. And the 2 biggest names in the game are Scrum and Kanban.
With Scrum, you're working in these fixed-length cycles called sprints, usually about 2 weeks. This creates a really predictable rhythm. Kanban, on the other hand, is all about continuous flow. It's super flexible, which is perfect for stuff like support tickets.
Just zoom in on Scrum for a second. A sprint isn't just a block of time on a calendar, it's this whole rhythm, this dance, that's defined by these 4 meetings. You plan the work, you have a quick daily check-in, you show off what you built, and then, and this is so important, you talk about how to do it even better next time. It's a learning cycle that's baked right into the process. And here is Kanban's secret weapon, the board. I mean, it looks so simple, right? Just by making all the work visible, you can immediately spot bottlenecks and see where things are getting stuck. The whole game is just how fast can we move a card from that in progress column to done? It's all about creating that smooth, predictable flow.
Okay, so we've got the why, the mindset, and we've got the how, the frameworks. Now let's talk about you. What is the product manager's role in all of this?
As an Agile PM, your #1 job is to bring clarity. You're the keeper of the why. You're not just handing over a checklist of tasks. You own that product backlog. You're the one writing stories that connect the work back to a real user, and you're in the trenches with your team every single day. And the main tool you use for this is the user story. Now, a user story is not a task. It doesn't say build a blue button. It frames the work from the user's point of view. It connects every single piece of work back to the actual value it's supposed to create.
Let's make this real. Here's a story. As a project manager, I want automatic task reminders so that I never miss a deadline. See how that works? It's perfectly clear who this is for, what they want, and most importantly, why they want it. So how do you know if you've written a good story? Well, you can use this little acronym, INVEST, as a quick sanity check. Is it independent? Can it be negotiated? Is it actually valuable? Can the team estimate it? Is it small enough to get done in a sprint? And can you test it? It's a super handy checklist to keep your stories sharp. All right, so the wheels are turning, your team is shipping stuff, everyone's busy. But are you actually being effective, or are you just busy being busy? Feeling productive is nice, but being able to prove you're delivering real value, that's what actually matters. And Agile teams have a very specific set of metrics they use to get an honest answer. Velocity, that's basically your team's cruising speed. It helps you predict how much you can get done in the future. Cycle time and lead time, those measure how fast you can turn an idea into a real thing in your customer's hands. And bug count, well, that's your quality gauge. Put them all together, and you've got a dashboard for the health of your entire product engine. Now, Agile has always been about evolving, and the next big shift is already here, AI. And look, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's quickly becoming a practical, everyday co-pilot for high-performing teams. Just look at how AI automates some of the grunt work. Instead of staring at a blank page, you can now prompt it tool like ChatGPT with, hey, act as a product manager and draft me 3 user stories for a calendar feature. It can summarize your meetings, help you clean up your backlog. All this stuff frees you up to focus on the things only a human can do: strategy, empathy, and real collaboration. So let's look at what this all looks like out in the wild. I mean, how does a giant company like Spotify manage to stay so nimble and innovative? Well, they basically rebuilt their entire company around these agile principles. They created these things called squads, and you can think of each squad as a tiny little startup living inside the bigger company. It's a small, cross-functional team that has a long-term mission, like owning the entire search experience or making playlists amazing.
And here is the secret sauce to the whole model: high autonomy, but also high alignment. The squads have a ton of freedom to figure out how to solve problems, but everyone is pointed toward the same North Star, the overall mission of the company.
And that's the powerful formula right there. When you give really smart, talented people the freedom to own their work, but you make sure they're all pulling in the same direction, you create an engine for innovation.
Having a detailed plan is great. Having a brilliant strategy is even better. But the real test is this: when reality inevitably punches you in the face, is your plan, your team, and your mindset actually built to adapt? Answering yes to that question? Well, that's the real heart of Agile product management.